What kind of weapon could burn even on water, defy the waves, and terrify enemies into submission? What mysterious substance turned the tide of naval battles, yet whose exact formula has been lost for centuries? This is the enigma of Greek fire. And today we ask, what was it really made of? The story begins in the heart of the Byzantine Empire, a continuation of the Roman legacy, powerful, complex, and constantly under threat from invaders by sea. It was in the 7th century, during the reign of Emperor Constantine IV, that the Byzantine navy unveiled a terrifying secret weapon, a flammable liquid that could be projected onto enemy ships. Once ignited, it was nearly impossible to extinguish. Water only seemed to feed it. Panic would spread among enemy fleets, and chaos would follow. This fearsome substance became known as Greek fire, though the Byzantines themselves simply called it liquid fire, sea fire, or Roman fire. Whatever the name, its power was undeniable. But here's the mystery. No complete recipe for Greek fire has ever been found. The Byzantines guarded its secret so closely that even today, over 1,000 years later, we still don't know for certain what it was made of. So what do we know? Ancient historians such as Theophanes and Anna Komnene describe Greek fire being shot from tubes mounted on Byzantine ships, almost like an ancient flamethrower. In other instances, it was hurled in breakable jars, igniting upon impact. However it was delivered, its effects were devastating. The key to Greek fire's terrifying reputation lay in its unique ability to burn on water. That simple fact has fascinated historians, chemists, and military scholars for generations. Some believe Greek fire contained naphtha, a naturally occurring highly flammable oil. Naphtha was known in the ancient world, especially in Persia and Mesopotamia, where it would sometimes seep from the ground. It could easily ignite, especially when combined with a wick or spark. Others suggest quicklime, or calcium oxide, was part of the formula. When quicklime comes into contact with water, it reacts violently, releasing heat. Combine this with oil, and you have a self-igniting mixture. One that doesn't go out with a splash of seawater. There's also speculation about sulfur, resin, or even phosphorus. These could add stickiness or make the flames cling to surfaces, especially wood and flesh. Imagine being an enemy sailor, drenched in a burning, sticky liquid that couldn't be washed off. And yet, for all these theories, we have no direct evidence. Why? Because the Byzantines were master secret keepers. The formula was a state secret, known only to a small group of imperial engineers and passed down through generations under strict control. Treason or carelessness could cost lives. So powerful was this weapon, the empire feared what might happen if it fell into enemy hands. And remarkably, it never did. Arab armies and fleets fought the Byzantines for centuries. They faced Greek fire in key naval battles, especially during sieges like that of Constantinople in 674 AD. And yet, despite capturing ships and materials, they never succeeded in reverse engineering the weapon. The secret was kept so well, in fact, that when the Byzantine Empire eventually declined and fell in 1453, the recipe for Greek fire disappeared with it. But traces of its legacy remain. In later centuries, similar incendiary weapons were developed in both the Islamic world and Europe, though none matched the reputation of Greek fire. Even today, the term Greek fire conjures up images of destruction, innovation, and mystery. It's fascinating how a single term can evoke so much history and intrigue, right? Modern scientists have tried recreating it. Controlled experiments using combinations of naphtha, quicklime, and sulfur have produced promising results. Some even created mixtures that can burn on water, but no one can say for sure if they've truly matched the original. It's kind of amazing, isn't it? The more we study the possibilities, the more questions we seem to find. It's like the deeper we dig, the more elusive the answers become. Quite the mystery, don't you think? Was it a simple chemical mixture? Or did it involve a more complex delivery system? Did it ignite through chemical reaction alone, or was a flame required at the moment of projection? Was the composition always the same, or did it evolve over time? One theory suggests that the Byzantine engineers weren't working with a single formula, but a set of recipes adapted for different purposes, for naval warfare, siege defense, or handheld grenades. Others believe the mystery lies not just in the ingredients, but in the method of deployment, the pressurized siphons, the copper tubes, the precise timing of ignition. In this view, Greek fire wasn't just a chemical weapon, it was a carefully engineered system, part science, part craftsmanship, and part ritual. And maybe that's why we still don't understand it. Because Greek fire was more than a substance, it was a symbol of Byzantine ingenuity, a blend of chemistry, secrecy, and state power. It tells us something, really profound about history. That even in a world without modern science, people could master forces of nature in ways that still puzzle us today. And so the enigma remains. Greek fire, a weapon that defied water, terrified empires, and vanished without a trace. What was its true composition? Perhaps we'll never know, but maybe that's what keeps the fire alive.